Good morning. For those of you who don't know, I am an avid sports fan. Growing up in Wisconsin, I enjoyed baseball, basketball, and football, and I watched it at all levels. The one thing about sports is there is a set of rules for the sport that both teams competing with one another have to follow. It is a governing authority that says each team is going to be treated fairly, and they're going to both play by the same set of rules. So in basketball, a traveling call is going to be defined the same way for one team as it is for the other. Passing interference in football is defined the same way for one team as the other. They both play by the same rules. Now, that doesn't mean that the officials don't sometimes get the calls messed up. And that has caused some great consternation over the years. But the officials have a set of rules that they are playing by that isn't different from one team to the next. Can you imagine what chaos would occur on the court or on the field if each team brought their own set of rules? I'm going to decide that your team can't have the ball for more than 10 seconds on the court at a time. And you might say, well, our basket is 3 points, your basket is 1. Probably wouldn't work very well. It would lead to chaos. The 10 Commandments were given by God to Moses because we as human beings tend to be selfish. We think of ourselves more than others. And it's an uncomfortable truth that we have to face at times. I might be quicker to point out someone else's flaws while I hide my own. Or I might have an expectation for someone else that isn't the same as the expectations I have for myself. Sometimes I'm hypocritical. I might say another person's supposed to act in a certain way while I don't. Or I point out somebody else's flaws and I have the same ones. Well, when God gave those 10 Commandments, it wasn't about this is my world and you're going to live by the rules that I say just because I am God and I can control you. That wasn't the rule for the law. No, God put those in place to bring some peace within our culture, within our life, to help us live with one another when we disagreed with one another, when we had different ideas as to what might be right or wrong. There was a governing authority that said, this is the law. And so it wasn't about helping God find a reason to condemn us. It was about helping us live with one another in peace. It was an opportunity for us to be able to restore relationships with one another. There are times today when I watch TV or I'm listening to the radio, and it seems like in our divisive world that each division has their own set of rules that they're trying to play by. And the other category, the other division, has their own set of rules. And they're trying to push their own set of rules or beliefs on the others without listening to the other side at all. And so what we have is a lack of a governing rules. We have teams that are coming in with their own, and it is chaos. It's my hope and prayer that all sides in all of this division of the world can recognize a higher authority that has a set of rules that everyone is accountable to. In the Christian world, we think of the 10 Commandments to begin with, but even our local laws our state laws, our Fed laws are meant not to harm anyone, but to help us live in peace. And so it starts with you and me. We begin by recognizing our own shortcomings when we are expecting something different of someone else that we aren't doing ourselves, or when we are making up our own rules that we want everybody else to follow. Maybe it allows us an opportunity to listen to what the other people are speaking about, what's important to them, because as human beings, we all have many of the same joys and sorrows and stresses in our life. May we all see each other as equal players in this world and learn how to honor one another and respect one another as human beings. I invite you to check in with the worship this weekend, Sunday morning, from Ascension Lutheran Church, where I'm going to be sharing a sermon titled Facing Uncomfortable Truth. You have a great day. God bless you. And we'll get together again soon. Goodbye.